There we go. Once again, low speed, just taking it easy. There we go. Yeah, first turn out of the parking spot. Always makes me a little nervous. First turn of the day. On cold tires, no less. In a parking lot with painted lines and rather slick concrete profile. Okay. Last day of work today. This will be my final moto vlog going to work. I haven't even published one of the moto vlogs yet. But yeah, this is the last one. I'm about 2 or 3 days away from selling this motorcycle actually to a new owner. Because my wife and I are leaving the island, and I don't know if I'll be getting a Goldwing when I get stateside. I've been considering a few other alternatives, and already picked up a wow, lots of hazards this morning. Already picked up a Royal Star Venture. For a few $100s, because the seller, well, for one thing, it has over 100,000 miles on it, and the seller was apparently just looking to get a little bit of money out of it. It wasn't even really their bike. It was given to them in payment of a debt. So I got a screaming deal on it, and it's not perfect. It's got quite a bit of sun exposure, but it runs, and that's something. So the very next thing that's going to happen is I'm going to have to run through it and see what all I've got to fix, or if there is anything I got to fix, because more than likely it's gone a while without having the valves adjusted, and that will be essential for it to run properly and for me to be able to tune the carburetors. So that's in my future. 4.2 gallons, so the tank wasn't even completely empty, because I believe this is a 6.5 gallon tank. Could be wrong about that. You can correct me in the comments if you're watching. And let's get the Honda Motor Company Limited to show. There we go. Alright. I want no receipt. 4.291 with a trip of 160. Let's do the math. How many MPGs are we getting? 160.2 divided by 4.291. 4.291. Yep, just about right. 37 miles per gallon. Figures. All right. And away we go. This is going to be interesting, crossing 3 lanes of traffic rapidly just to get to the turn lane. And looks like this morning's going to be rainy too. I must say, I'm very much looking forward to getting off of this island. It's been, it's had its good times and its bad times. Oh, there's my music. We're going to turn that down a little so you don't have to listen to it. Not that any of you watching are necessarily considering living on Oahu, but if you are, I strongly recommend coming here and spending more than a month in any particular place and seeing if it's for you, because it just, I mean, I guess my proclivity is to be in a place where I can learn a new language, or I can explore something and see sites that are, I don't know, I'm into anthropology and things like that, so those kinds of places are of interest to me. So Europe is much more appealing. There are other American territories I would rather live than here if I could. But this was where the job was, and I thought I was making a good decision coming in here and taking a permanent position because, well, it's Hawaii and everybody says how nice it is. And don't get me wrong, it's got great weather most of the time. I mean, it does rain pretty frequently, but what do you want? It's a tropical island, so. But the rain is always a decently comfortable temperature, and you can be outside without a whole lot of clothing protection if that's your sort of thing. But just culturally and practically and cost-wise, it was a lot more difficult living here than I had anticipated originally. So that's my hot take. I do recommend coming here to visit if you're into vacation spots like this, but also be warned, it's very expensive. So there are definitely alternatives that I'd recommend more. But again, I want to point out, it's not that I had any problem with the people here. The local riding community was actually rather nice and very welcoming, and that actually seems to be the case for a lot of small niche communities on the island. I think it's possible that's because of a cultural influence of the local culture. But I've also seen a lot of prejudice and other things. It's, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, all things considered, I did enjoy the time that we got to spend here, going and snorkeling and hiking and things like that. I had a lot of fun. The negatives just stacked up to be a little bit too much, and a big part of it was the cost of living and where we were able to live because of that cost. So living in downtown Honolulu is not something I would recommend. It's just a little bit too rough around the edges, as they say. But boy, if you got to commute to anywhere on the island, the commutes here are tough to beat. Don't like that everybody stacks up like this. Okay, looks like it's not raining too hard. I'll leave the windscreen up. Windscreen, face shield. Alright, I think I'm just going to shut up now and let you enjoy the rest of the commute, at least until we're on the other side of the mountain range here. You can just listen to the sounds of the motorcycle and take in the view, because it's not the best weather day, but it is a nice weather day. Forgot to reset the trip, dang it. last time I'll have this view. I'm gonna take it in. Morning. '53. My favorite helicopter. Second favorite helicopter is Cobra. All right. Probably the handiest feature this bike has is that reverse. I don't want to hit the post. That's fine. She can lean over a little bit.